I've seen some of the politicians wakimrushia sana mawe Rigathi Gachagua that he is a politician from the mountain, he is a regional politician and really talking about politics in the mountain. Now, when yesterday Edwin Sifuna and his battalion were in Homa Bay, there is something that made a very big difference in political situation that we're having in Kenya. Now, first of all, tuanze na wale ambao ni goons. Goons ambao walikuwa na threaten Edwin Sifuna pamoja na kina Babu Owino wasifanye mkutano wao hapo hivyo Homa Bay. Why were they doing so? It's because, and we've seen Edwin Sifuna and also Babu Owino pointing fingers to Gladys Wanga and Akina Kaluma for organizing goons saying that they should not enter into Homa Bay. Hawa ni politicians ambao wanatoka Homa Bay. And we've seen people saying that Gladys Wanga is a very bigger politician, akona experience, na she can be a deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, if this caliber of a person wants to be a deputy president of Republic of Kenya, how do you stop other politicians from coming to where you are a governor, saying that these people should not enter in that in that county because you are a two-term battalion? When did our constitution stop, or when did our constitution stop functioning, whereby now you want to tell people where you want them to go? You know, telling people to support two-term, it's okay. Telling people to support one-term is okay. But telling people that you cannot come to my place because you are a two-term battalion, that one is wrong. You guys are saying Rigathi Gachagua is a regional politician. And anapiga tu kelele za mlima. Now, if you're telling us, nyinyi ndio mmekuwa kwanza, and pictures are there, videos are there, Gladys Wanga akisema kwamba yeye hampendi Rigathi because yeye ni mtu ambaye ni mkabila, yeye ni mtu ambaye ana support politics za Mount Kenya peke yake. Sasa, what is the difference between Gladys Wanga and now Rigathi Gachagua? What does Gladys Wanga stand for that Rigathi Gachagua does not stand for? If we go by what we saw or witnessed happening in Homa Bay yesterday, cars were tortured, roads were inaccessible, roads were blocked, airstrip was blocked, only because this person is coming to where you feel like you are a kingpin there. I saw Kaluma talking as if anaongea kama mtoto mdogo. In this kind of politics we have to stop, by the way. If we really want to progress, inafaa kama ni mimi, we all know people from the Rift Valley supports two-term, most of them, that is where President William Ruto comes from. But there is no day we have to see that you cannot tell people like Sifuna or any other person asiende kule Rift Valley kuimba wimbo wa one-term. You coming to this place and singing a one-term song or singing a two-term song is on your own words. When do unaamua, when do una decide, this is what I have to say. And this is what Edwin Sifuna was saying, that hapa Homa Bay barabara ziko inaccessible, na tuliona watu wanapigwa vumbi, miundo misingi iko chini, there is nothing. And those people whom you are telling us that they have been eating your money for the longest time since time independence, these people have been there, and you're telling them that huko kwenye barabara zimetengenezwa, vitu zetu tulikuwa tunapewa. When was devolution started? We've had devolution since 2013. We've had people, governors from different counties. Each county government inapewa pesa according to how the government splits money, equitable share. Money that goes to Kakamega County, money goes to Lamu County, money goes to Wajir County, money goes to Elgeyo Marakwet County. So all this money, kitu ambayo inafaa kufanya ni eti the governors who are there are the one who supposed to ensure that wamefanyia hii county kazi. Now you want to tell us that people from Mount Kenya have not been working. These people have not been doing work because you feel like what they have been doing is wamekuwa kuchukua pesa kutoka from this particular region wakipeleka from this particular ama kuchukua pesa from toka the national government kuipeleka to this particular region. And now you want to blame them and to say that these people wameendelea, watu wa Mount Kenya wameendelea, wao wako na vitu, wako na barabara, miundo misingi, shule zao zinakaa vizuri because they had presidency for 35 years. No, you are wrong. Because Raila Odinga fought for something which is very, very, very much important. And this is the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and which brought in the devolution. Ndo pesa ikitoka kwa serikali kuu, kama rais anatoka, kama rais ni wa Western, bado hii pesa inaweza kuenda kwa watu ambao ni wa Coast. Because huko wako na governor ambaye anafaitia. We have a senator. Senator kuhakikisha kwamba anapigania kaunti yake wanapata hizo pesa. Then to ensure that the governor anatengeneza barabara. We had a governor kule Homa Bay, Awiti. For the last 10 years that he was governor, yeye alifanya nini? Gladys Wanga ameingia kule Homa Bay for 4 years, amefanya nini? I think it will just be very fair if we talk about pesa ambazo serikali zimekuwa zikipata. We should not be just blaming one person because of zile tatizo ambazo. In fact, if there is a county that has enjoyed government support, ni Homa Bay County. Tom Mboya comes from Homa Bay County. When Raila Odinga was against the government, Tom Mboya was in government. He was a minister akiwa kwa serikali. Mbona hakutengeneza huko? We've seen people like Mbadi saying that pesa inalala, bedroom ya pesa inalala huko Homa Bay, huko Sindo. Yeye ndo alikuwa ni MP for 15 years. My guy has not done anything, and this is the reason why you want to tell people not to go there. Now leave alone politician. Now let's talk to common mwananchi. Wewe umepewa pesa 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Now you've come up like a cabal of people. Hii ni gun, mmechukua guns ambao mmekuja kupiga. Me, I saw Babu Owino, Edwin Sifuna, I saw politicians like the Kawira Mwangaza walitoka wakiwa safe, but there are people who are there, police officers. The other people who are not goons, the goons who are beating the people who supports Edwin Sifuna and Linda Mwananchi. Hao ni watu wanatoka Homa Bay. These are people who comes from your own home. Sasa ukishapiga huyu mngwana ambaye anatoka huku kwenyu, Edwin Sifuna will come there, tell you that I want your votes because I want to change this county, aende. But this guy, umepiga Otieno, umepiga huyu jamaa, umepiga mwingine, au wote umewapiga wamebaki hapo hapo. Don't you think that is something ambayo it's a retrogressive politics? We cannot continue to live like this. Like a journalist comes to this place, he is covering, the only mistake that he is doing is that he is covering politics of this region. And what you can do very well, it is to fight this same person. You're like, what kind of politics is this? We cannot continue to live like this in this country. Na nimeona watu wanaanza kusema it's a politics of marginalization, that counties like Homa Bay have not received or wajapata kutengenezwa, and people are now, especially politicians, are playing politics saying that hii county, people like Uhuru Kenyatta did not tengenezea barabara, hakutengeneza miundo misingi but when Uhuru Kenyatta became president, we had devolution. Money was coming there. Sasa to separate barabara ambazo ni national roads. Sasa tukuje zile zinafaa kutengenezwa na governor, zinatengenezwa na county. Zile ambazo zinafaa kutengenezwa. Let's talk about schools there. MPs wanapewa kila siku pesa za NGCDF. Ni kuleta miradi ya kutengeneza hapo. Have they been doing so? Wamekuwa kitengeneza, or is just something that lazima tukue tunapiga mdomo? And by the way, there is something that we have to come to agree. And this is my own opinion. Many of the politicians who have been there for so long, the older generation, I'm talking about people who've been there for like 40 years. Mtu amekuwa kwa politics like 35 years. Hakuna kitu ambayo ameleta maana. These people should go home, by the way. Wewe ulikuja tukakupatia kiti ya MP, umekuwa MP, umekuwa labda governor ama senator, umekuwa labda waziri, you've eaten a lot. Imetosha. Sasa pia uachie watu wengine pia wakuje waanze pia wakule. I mean, because sometimes we need fresh ideas. Na ndio maana mtu kama the CS Mbadi. Honestly speaking, you've been an MP for 15 years. And if we ask you to tell us the roads that umetengeneza kule kwenu, hakuna. If we ask you tuonyeshe zile shule ambazo umetengeneza, hakuna. And you still want to tell us now you are in government. No, this is a topic that we have to agree. A politician being in government does not mean people from that region are in government. If you ask me, by the way, sometimes I tend to agree that people from Mount Kenya have been in government rather than these other people. Because you can see maendeleo, you can see industries being built there. Places like Ukambani whereby people did not have even water. We can see now that hapo kumetengenezwa dump. There is this kampuni ambayo imetengenezwa. That is the kind of politics that we want to say or talk about and say these people are in government. These people are in two-term. These people are supporting President William Ruto because they feel, because they are not feeling, but it is because kumetengenezwa. You can see here and here, there is this road that was not there, it has been built. There is this industry that was not there initially, it has been built. There is, kulikuwa na vitu polls pia hata hakuna. Unapata watu, people are living in this place, they don't have even electricity. And you want to tell these people that they are in government? Really? They are not. Lastly, we cannot talk about politics when each and every time we are just talking about Goonism. This is something that is supposed to have ended so many years ago, a long time ago. My name is Stephen Sisoy. Keep on subscribing and following this page because we'll be talking about this until tupate